history of the state, that prior to the advent of this administration, so many international organizations are taking flight from the state. But after the advent of this administration and given the confidence, international organization, and a lot of them are back in the state. All parties back, TFI is back, and now IBM is here. Let's put our together for the really talking. I was talking with some of them to the IT now, so that analysts. The permanent secretary needs to, in fact, now, Mrs. Remia Perry, who is the corporate citizenship and public affairs lead. I also want to invite to the IT Mr. Daniel Elliott. Mr. Daniel Elliott. Chief Tony Olonitero is the Director General ICT Unity State. So, I also want the top different places they will do some things with the education sector, the good governance aspect, the health sector, and the ICT. This can everybody's future expectations. Some of them are coming to Nigeria, even to Africa for the first time. Thanks.
And
what to do for IBM?
okay, I'm a project manager for IBM for help develop the country and meet the people of Nigeria. You know, really like it so far. Okay, my project is on CIMS, the systems management system, and I will work along with Robbie and Leslie that you will turn up.
Thank you.
I'm a freelance professional. So what I do, I write adverts, and not only why I'm here. I would like to your culture and appreciate it. So thank you so much.
In the United States. I lead a small team of software specialists, and we focus on executing our software strategy on a global basis. Anxious to get back and experience West Africa for the first time, so I'm thrilled to be here in Nigeria. I am also interested in me. As a father with 2 small children, I'm passionate about education. I see all of our kids, Nigerian kids, kids from anywhere in the world as our future. So that to the extent that we can actually enable Nigerian kids to be competitive on a global basis, I'm thrilled to be participating in that process.
The school has a lot of meaning for the same level as global. I believe this is going to give me an opportunity to.
Argentina, India, different countries around the world. So I'm excited to be here in Ghana on the eSchool project. So we're
from Argentina. I have been working in IBM for 4 years in human resources. In this kind of volunteer activities here, as Latin American, I know America needs so much to do to get in this developer role. And thank you for your hospitality.
Good morning, everybody. I'll be working with my teammates Mariana and Militesh, who will lead shortly. We're just so excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
I've been working with global services. I'm loving it. So,
Hi, good morning. My name is Cynthia Murillo. I am from IBM Costa Rica.
And thank you for all your hospitality. Thank you.
Governments and to drive them June here. Again, let me welcome you to the Land of Honor, and I want to find out whether we are take without wasting our infrastructure and public utilities.
Gentlemen, on behalf of Ekiti State, welcome you all to the press conference of the IBM CSC Nigeria Team 6 working visit to Ekiti State, Nigeria. The purpose of this conference is to brief members of the public, all stakeholders of Ekiti State in Nigeria and diaspora, and friends of Ekiti State on the working visit by volunteers and experts on information and communication technology from IBM under the CDC program, its reasons, objectives, and importance. The experts are from various countries all over the world, as you have seen from the introduction by individuals. We have about 7 countries here. We are glad to have them all in Nigeria, and they are once again welcome to Nigeria. The team will be working with 3 groups and institutions in Ekiti State. And the groups are those who will be working with Ekiti State government. Some of them will work with the ICT department of the Bureau of Infrastructure, and some will be with the Ministry of Education. Then some will be with Ekiti State University, and some group will be working with the civil society. Within Ekiti State, the following projects will be worked on. They are smart governance, e-governance, workflow project, and this is one of the basic elements of the 8-point agenda of Mr. Governor, improving governance for Ekiti State. And they will also work with, on the citizen information management system, and they will work with the e-school project. The objectives of the visit and the programs are to actualize in Ekiti State IBM's new initiative for sustainable development through effective use of ICT, to ensure implementation of the offer by IBM in support of the new initiative for sustainable development that I mentioned above, through a proactive service in support of Ekiti State's ICT effort. To ensure success of the IBM CSC Nigeria 6 program as conceptualized and communicated to His Excellency Mr. Governor of Ekiti State, this was communicated to Mr. Governor in 2012, that was last year, in line with the State government's ICT strategy and 8-point agenda of Ekiti State. We are also to actualize and achieve the vision and all the objectives set during the meeting of Mr. Governor with IBM in November 10, 2012, in respect of 3 major initiatives and projects listed earlier, and to ensure harmonization and integration of the entire IBM CSC program goals and objectives in Ekiti State, which include one proposed for Ekiti State University, and that for the civil society for sustainable development of the state generally. Some of the expected outputs of the working visit by the team working in Ekiti State with Ekiti State government is for the beneficiary FDAs, and they include e-school, report of analysis of the functionality of the software applications provided by Microsoft and hardware by Samsung. The report should contain recommendations on a more efficient system using IBM's expertise on smarter cities in education, citizen information management system, a developed online citizens register for the social welfare program of Ekiti State for senior citizens above 65 years that can be integrated with the state's proposed identity and name payment smart card system. Then smart governance. A developed smart governance application. The communication and workflow automation, we establish an intergovernmental paperless system for all official documents of Ekiti State, ESCO, memo, CTC inclusive. Then, and draft e-signature, digital signature policy, capable of being enacted into a smart governance and digital signature and e-document law in Ekiti State. On the basis of the above identified outputs, we expect to achieve the desirable outcomes that follow. Existence and availability of a community group of international experts that various Ekiti State government ICT initiatives will produce. Then projects and programs that can tap on a continual basis, post-consultation period on the experiences gotten from the program. A smart governance case study. The Bureau of Infrastructure and Public Utilities, Bureau of Public Procurement, the Finance Ministry, Accountant General's Office and ESCO system, with a fully automated workflow, interactions and paperless environment, ICT for development in education, efficient and effective e-school system, ICT for development in community development, and efficient and effective e-enabled social welfare program that is transparent, secure, reliable, and available to all citizens and residents of Ekiti State when due and applicable. Smarter and service-oriented government for Ekiti State. Smarter and digital literate pupils, students, and teachers in Ekiti State. Research-oriented information and knowledge-driven, and educationally global competitive citizens and residents of Ekiti State that are self-reliant and of high quality. Finally, while the strategic and long-term benefits of this visit, initiatives and programs are for the public good of Ekiti State in particular and Nigeria generally, the immediate beneficiaries through institutions and organizations, that is the MPs within the Ekiti State government, are Ministry of Labour, Productivity and Human Capital Development, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Bureau of Infrastructure and Public Utilities, Ministry of Finance and Economic Development, Accountant General's Office and the Bureau of Public Procurement, among others. Outside the state government, the State University and the civil society are beneficiaries of the program and the visit. Any further clarifications that may be required in respect of this working visit should be directed to the host department in the Bureau of Infrastructure and Public Utilities, the ICT Department of Government. Once more, I welcome all our visitors to the state, and we are looking forward to a productive and useful interaction and result-oriented visit. I thank you all, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Daramola. As we are starting today, by the time they complete the assignment, we also have another regarding what the experiences have been in the Ekiti State. Otherwise, we should watch the basic IBM, Mr. Daniel, you will tell us IBM's expectation also.
Team. My name is Daniel Elliott. I'm a program manager with the CDC Development Solutions based in Washington, D.C. We're the implementing partner for IBM for their corporate service corps program that they run, which is the team that is here for the month of February to help in Advocate with all the various projects that you've heard about. We're an organization that has 20 years of experience doing work in over 80 countries. This is the 6th IBM CSC team that we've sent to Nigeria, and we work with other organizations, multinationals, to put programs like this together. And the way that we really see it is it's a win-win-win situation. It's a win for the local receiving communities because they're given pro bono access to some of the top talent of employees of multinational companies. Here you have some of the best employees that IBM has to offer that will work here. It's a win for the sending organization as well because they're able to build their brand in the develop their employees in a unique way that is different than most other types of programs that are available. And the third win is for the employees themselves. I think this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for them. The learnings that they will receive from here will probably just be just as incredible and as profound as what they hope to impart to the rest of you. So I'll leave it to Remy to talk more about the IBM in specific. So I'll pass it to Remy.
And my fellow IBMers, good morning everyone. The first thing I'd like to say a big thank you to the government of Ekiti State. They have been awesome. From the first minute that it was announced that Ekiti State was to be the destination of the next CSE team, we have just been amazed by their support, by everything they've done for us so far. When the team came into Nigeria, it just started from the airport. The hospitality, the support, the welcome, it's just been huge. So can I just give a big thank you on behalf of the whole team. It really feels like an honor to be in the land of honor. We truly feel like we're in the land of honor and we're really blessed to be here. So thank you very, very much. I just want to talk about the CSE team very briefly. First of all, the Corporate Citizenship Corps started 5 years ago. And basically the objective was to send teams from all over the world. As you know, IBM is in 170 countries, which is a lot. We're about 425,000 employees all over the world. So we are truly a global company. So the idea was to send teams from different countries into emerging markets. For 3 reasons for the IBM: to develop global leaders. We are in a global world now. The idea is to develop global leaders. The second reason was to establish our footprint in different markets, in new markets. We're coming into new markets, especially Africa. We started coming into Africa all over again at the end of 2008 up till now, and we have a huge focus in Africa. So we've been sending a lot of teams to Africa. The third reason was to develop different skills and capacities as leaders in different cultures. So that's on the IBM side. On the client side, we hope to be able to transfer skills, IT skills. In IBM, it's all about building a smarter planet. And we're an ICT company. We're a consulting company, we're a technology company. We'd like to be able to transfer skills to different emerging markets. Skills and knowledge, but not only on the client side. We would like to learn the different cultures and to be a leader in different countries. So those are the reasons why we send CSE teams into different countries. And so far, we sent 6 teams into Nigeria. In West Africa, I think we sent a total of over 20 countries in West Africa, 20 teams in West Africa. We've had 6 teams in Nigeria. Our first 4 teams all went into Cross River State, which was a blast, which was really awesome. We work with different departments of government: finance, technology, transport, social development. We've had various engagements with the government of Cross River State, which was really fruitful. We sent 4 teams in, starting from 2009 and 2010. We also had a team in Federal Capital Territory in 2010, in the middle of 2010, and we worked with NAPEP, the Board of Poverty Alleviation. We worked with different education boards. We worked with the ICT, what was that department again? NIDA. So we've worked with various departments of government. We've also worked in the education area, Ministry of Education. We've worked with different universities, and it's all about transferring skills and knowledge. And it's been an awesome experience for both the team and the clients. So we've had an incredible time. Why are we in Ekiti State? For one reason, for 2 reasons, for lots of reasons. Number one is we've heard so much about Ekiti State and its drive towards education and e-government. It's not far from, it's close to the cities. It's a great destination. It's known for its education. We're known as the fountain of knowledge, and that is very attractive to us. And the land of honor, we are impressed by the incredible efforts of the new government. So we're really happy to be here. Yes, we talked about the projects that we're going to be working on, so I'm not going to go talk about that again. We have other initiatives that we hope to work on with the Ekiti State Governor. government. So as time goes on, we'll talk about those initiatives, especially in education. Education is one of our focuses in Nigeria in terms of corporate social responsibility. And we like what we see here. One of the projects we're going to be working on here is the e-school project, and we're very excited about that. We like the fact that technology is one of the focus for schools in Ekiti State right now, and we're really impressed by what's going on. So what can I say? We're really happy and blessed to be here, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's very brief and get to the point. Thank you very much.
I will direct my question to Mrs. Sabere and the PAMSEC, Minister of Infrastructure. Sir, you are aware that the state in Nigeria had gone this path before, the Jigawa state, which due to lack of sustainability, the project died and the natural death. I would like to know what you are putting in place to ensure that this initiative does not go the Jigawa way. You understand, sir? Mr. Sabere, I want to know if you are making efforts to ensure that this initiative becomes a permanent partnership in order to engender, sustainability. I want to know what you are putting in place to ensure it comes that way. And also, sir, infrastructure. I want to explain to us how you intend to cope with this program, especially with the situation of energy in the country. The situation of energy, electricity. Thank you.
I direct my question to PS Mr. Dalamina. With the initiative of the state government, are you considering the fact that most of the schools where computers is we are lacking the technology know-how, like we don't have enough teachers who are teaching ICT. How do you intend to go about this? Thank you.
A lot of abbreviations are in the species. One, CST, or CST. Okay, and CST. Then I heard about volunteers. Who are volunteers? Volunteers to experts. Experts, volunteers and experts. And where does it come into this? IBM is volunteering to come. Is it a country that's volunteering or a company that's volunteering to come to it? Make clarifications.
A study of what was happening in the Jigawa state during the era of Governor Fayose. A team well left the state, all the local government chairmen, and some permanent secretaries. I was one of them that went there. We saw what they were doing that time. Honestly, I don't see the reason why that of the Jigawa experience should not be sustainable. Because at that time, they were doing massive training of their personnel. As at the time we went there, about 300 students were in Singapore, learning different aspects of ICT. So, to sustain such a program like this, one of the efforts is this one that we are having, the assistance we are getting from IBM. At the end of this exercise, there is going to be a report. They are going to give a report, and that report is going to help the state to move forward and to know areas we need to attack in order to make sure that the ICT initiative for government is sustained. Then, currently, during this year, there is going to be massive training program for different strata of government and non-governmental organizations. There is a training program that is being planned, and we are going to train personnel. We are also going to train teachers. They have started the training of teachers. There is a program that is supposed to come up very, I think within the next 1 month or so. That is part of the programs they put in place. They are going to train teachers on the use of computers and then the use of computers to train students. So they are not doing, the Ministry of Education is not just giving students computers, they have given teachers also computers. But we want to go more than that. There are content to be put in those computers. There are already some content. We are putting more content in those computers, and those content we want to train people who will be able to use them and then to teach all those students. So training is part of it. Then development of ICT infrastructure. The government has voted a lot of money this year to the development of ICT infrastructure. There's going to be a local area network, wide area network that will be installed. We are starting with the state capital, and later we are partnering with some other organizations to be able to bring broadband to different areas of the state, so that students will do that. And you are aware of the fact that before now we already have pockets of internet access in some schools. Those ones, they were already almost moribund at the advent of this administration. But the government is taking giant strides to make sure that all those infrastructure are put in place and they are working properly. So regarding energy, we know that is a problem in Nigeria. Energy is provided by the federal government, but what organizations and governments have been doing is to provide alternative sources of energy, apart from the one that is coming from the central pool. We have a central grid that is managed by PCN. So we usually, so those schools, we provide generators, and there are some of those schools that the internet infrastructure we have there before now, we were powering them with solar and inverters. So we are going to explore all sources of alternative energy to complement that of the national grid. So you said you have
gentleman, others on sustainability, on how to retain whatever have been gained, and specifically give example of Jigawa State. Some of the reasons why projects and programs are not sustainable, not just in that particular state or within the but in any system generally, is when people go into implementation, either based on emotion or just want to try to impress. I would like to answer the question from a public policy perspective. When you draw up a public policy program, it is not just about the technology itself. It has to do with the expected outcome. That is why you can see that in his welcome address, the outputs are very clear. The outcomes are very clear. And the way to achieve those outcomes are also well understood. But how are we able to do that? Because we place emphasis on strategy. In the state, but we don't just do things, we put in place a strategy. And for the purpose of ICT, we have ICT strategy. Both ICT strategy that is internal to the government and ICT strategy that is external to the public. And that is why you can see the list of those programs. And these strategies have as its core policy framework. And the policy framework, the objective of that policy framework is where necessary, we try as much as possible to make sure that it is enacted into law. So for our state, we make use of the State House of Assembly. The Executive Council of the states, after being satisfied that this strategy is in order, it develops a policy around that. So once the policy is firmly established, the policies are converted into law. So the issue of sustainability gets addressed in that way. Take for example, the security program that the state is paid to the NIA. We're not just paying it, the state is paying it like that, and when another administration comes to us, stops it. But there's an act, there's a law of the House of Assembly of the state that have been passed, which the governor has assented to and make it to become a law. This is the way to ensure sustainability of any program policy. For example, like the smart governance piping, we're not just going to put software, develop software, write code, begin to run application. But when we have done this, we're going to develop a digital signature policy that will allow the e-governance, that will allow the workflow automation, e-document to become the norms in government. And when it becomes enough, in our interaction with civil society, we expect that everything will go electronic. So it is not for you to go with an electronic system there who are using it, and it's not backed up by policy and by law. When it is backed up by policy and law, it becomes sustainable. And that is what we are going to see. So very soon, you can see the beneficiary ministries. Yeah. You can see the beneficiary ministries. We chose them specifically to make sure that it becomes a core, a cultural employment and a way of life. And just to add, for the purpose of power, I don't think that we should, because there's no, the liability of power in Nigeria is little or not sufficient enough, we not take that as a basis where we move on with other activities. I know the federal government is doing a lot of work and the state government is doing a lot of work to solve the energy issue, in Nigeria, and that should not really be a problem. Thank you.
The team leaves, that was your question. Okay, first and foremost, we don't want to leave the state high and dry, as we just go and leave them. No, we don't do that. First and foremost, we emphasize the fact that it's about skills transferability. We build capacity among the local skills. That's one of the things we make sure we do. We spend 4 weeks, we can't perform miracles in 4 weeks, but we do what we can. When the team leaves, a lot of the team members still maintain a relationship with their clients. So if they have any questions, they can send emails, they get in touch with the CSC team members for any kind of follow-up they may have. So that's basically what happens after the team leave. In some cases, as IBM, we may decide that we need to send another team if we haven't really finished the work we had to do here. In that case, we decide to send another team. In Cross River State, we actually had 4 teams go in there to work with the government of Cross River State. I'm not saying that this will probably be the case, but we like making sure we leave an impact anywhere we go, and we make sure we local and we enable local skills. So that's for sustainability. There was a question over there about some of the acronyms that were being used. CSC, that stands for Corporate Service Corps, and basically they're a group of volunteers who are among the top talent in IBM. Basically, to qualify to be on the CSC team, you have to have spent 3 years, at least 3 years in IBM, and you have to have a very high performance rating. So everyone you see in this room today who is an IBM or the CSC team is a high performer in IBM. So, and we're a big company of 425,000 employees, so you can see what that says about what we think about the people we take to the emerging markets. Volunteers, CSC team are all volunteers. They all volunteer to come here. IBM, did somebody ask what the acronym IBM meant? I don't think so.
No. If this relationship is between IBM or between their countries and take it to state. So the answer is IBM.
Yes,
okay? They all represent IBM, but coming from various countries of the world. Because IBM is a global company, and they all come from different countries, but they are representatives of IBM. They work for IBM.
Yes, we're represented in 170 countries, so we all come from one company in 170 countries. So here today, I think we're represented by 10 different countries. So yeah, so we're one IBM.
Thank you. Like I said, technology is concerned. The same way the state is a leader as far as e-governance is concerned. So let's see more to make out of this partnership. Thank you very much. As we round up, Mr. Governor, the Governor of the state, to be in attendance at this conference and to brief you about the start of the IBM CSC Nigeria 16 program, which has commenced already. Part of this conference address that has been given today. I want to assure you that the government of the state will create the necessary and enabling environment to make your stay and your visit to the state worldwide and very fruitful. And at the end of the program, we have a campus to come together again to appraise what we have done and then see how we can move forward in that direction. So as the next step, we are going to pay courtesy visit
way of Agreement as the king of this town, briefly, after which we will go to meet His Excellency officially in his office. So I thank you all for your presence. Thank you. See you on the field.
Mr. Governor, sir, Program Manager CTC, the corporate citizens, the country and ODEM, I met Mr. Governor once, informally, so again of him since yesterday, everywhere we go. So we've been around since Saturday, between the hours of 11 and 2 p.m. And after that, the way of ability yesterday. So this morning, immediately after I visited the way of ability, spoke with them at length, and they were very happy with Mrs. Parley to introduce. There are some of them that. Thank you.
Please arrival.
Your Excellency, sir. There's only one person that arrived yesterday, and that's a handsome gentleman sitting over there. Washington. I went for an African strategy meeting, and some of the people on the strategy meeting had the pleasure of meeting you in Washington, and we were talking about different countries in Africa, and said, oh, there's one governor we met, Dr. Fayemi. He seems to be a very, very progressive governor. What do you think about Ekiti State? And that Ekiti State stuck in my head. So we came back to Nigeria, and we're thinking, where do we send our corporate service for this year? And I had a talk with one of your friends, Richmond Dyer Johnson, and we were talking about the good work you've been doing in Ekiti State. And we were talking with some of the leadership team in Lagos. And Ekiti State seemed to be a fantastic destination. Your contribution to education, your contribution to ICT. IBM is all about building a smarter planet. And we can see that in the land of honor, it seems to be progressing towards a smarter planet. So this was one of the reasons why we thought Ekiti State was a perfect destination for the Corporate Service Corps. So we're honored to be in the land of honor, to be in the fountain of knowledge. You know, we're really, really impressed by your overwhelming warm welcome. From the minute the team stepped on the soil of Nigeria, we've been overwhelmed by your hospitality. And we're deeply honored to be here, as I've said 3 times. And as you know, we're here for 4 weeks, and we're extremely excited about the opportunities. We have to build our own leadership skills, learn about the culture of Ekiti State, and about the cultures of the different people. Everybody's been so warm and nice. It's refreshing. It's so refreshing. So we'd like to thank you so much. Later on, we'd like to discuss other probabilities that we can partner, and especially on the education sector, with you. But in the meantime, we just want to say a big thank you, and thanks for the warm welcome.
To Mr. Biri and my friends, I met virtually everybody, except the gentleman who's just arrived. I hope it wasn't too much of delighted that the team is here and they're full. This has been a very exciting journey for us too. When Anne dropped by unannounced to see me months ago to discuss this initiative, I immediately signed up, even before I knew the details of the initiative. And since then, it's been very thrilling going through the processes and working with her on putting the team together, aligning it to our own team here in Ekiti, and looking at the areas of partnership and potential growth. I've had chats with a couple of our friends there. You are a bit familiar with my vision, which is really to make poverty history here. We just see what you're doing as one of the special purpose vehicles of accelerating that process of poverty eradication in our state. And the range of things that we're interested in, as you know, you're already plugged into various segments of it, the university being the primary hub of activities, the e-government and e-learning, e-education project, and the other things that we're going to be involved in with our civil society institution here. We just want to learn as much as we can from your wealth of experience and your extensive knowledge of this sector. As Sabiri already told us, you are about building a smarter planet, yes. And I saw this interestingly when I was in, I think it was Sao Paulo, where you already had some initiative. Before I met with Mr. Otiti, I was on a visit to Minas Gerais and then Sao Paulo, and learned a little bit about the Smart City, Smart Planet initiative that IBM is driving there. And I thought, okay, make a mental note of this. When we get back to Nigeria, we'll try and see if IBM could do something. And lo and behold, IBM visited. And I raised it with them, and they were quite keen to see how they could help us. And basically, we can be a model because we're small. I mean, we're not the smallest in Nigeria, we're like the second smallest state out of the 36. But don't forget what I told you on Saturday. Small, less is larger in population size than 15 African countries. So we are small for Nigeria, but we are much bigger than Gambia, than Botswana, than Namibia, than Seychelles, than Mauritius, than Cape Verde, than Guinea-Bissau, and I can go on and on and on. 15 African countries are smaller than Ekiti State in population size. So that gives you a sense of what we're talking about. And we believe that if we get it right, even though we don't have oil in Ekiti, we could turn our human capital. That's what we're known for in Nigeria. We're known for our focus on education, and that's not just with my coming on the scene. It's been the history of this place for our predecessors to focus on education, and we've become known as the state of professors in Nigeria as a result. But the challenge that we've faced over the last decade is that things have gone pear-shaped. There had been less than impressive focus on education, and our public examinations results have become really bad, and there hasn't been any direct connection between education and skills acquisition. And when we came in, we felt it was important for us to begin to work on all these areas. We used to have 3 mushroom universities, which I merged into one university, because I felt it was important to run one properly funded public university than run 3 glorified secondary schools that you claim are universities. Even the one we have is still a challenge, getting to the point we would like to get to, but we know that at least we can focus on that one university and turn it into a center of excellence if we also have support from a range of institutions like the IBM. So for us, education is very critical. Agriculture, being an agrarian state, is very, very important to us. But we also know that we can run agri in a much smarter way. And information and communication technology can also help us. We're talking about e-wallet now in selling fertilizers and all that in Nigeria. Incidentally, we have a great Minister of Agriculture in the country now who is very passionate and is working with us here in Ekiti on that. Again, when I went to Brazil, I visited Embrapa, and Embrapa is, as some of us who are from that part may know, is the big research institution that has really assisted in the agricultural transformation of that country. And the climatic condition there is exactly like this, in every sense. So we don't see why we cannot move away from our subsistence, smallholder agriculture to a smarter, much more entrepreneurial commercial agriculture. But we don't want to lose the small farmers in that journey. We want a partnership between our small farm holders and the big guys who are interested in this. And technology will play a critical role in assisting us in that as well. Of course, healthcare is key to whatever we do. If we don't have a healthy population, we might as well be preaching all this to the Marines. So it's important that we do that. We're working with the IFC, the International Finance Corporation now, to establish a medical diagnostic center in the state, which they're giving us a lot of support on the PPP initiative that we have for that. So in all of these sectors, it's very important to us that we achieve a smarter state, we build a much more transparent and accountable system. We're looking at a citizens database register here that could serve multiple functions. Right now, we're the only state in the country that runs a social security system for our elderly population. But there are still a lot of gaps because it's difficult for us to catch up with when people are dying, removing them from the payment database and introducing new people who are falling into the age bracket that qualify for the social security system. And I know that technology, ICT is one vehicle that can help us develop a smart card system, which can also serve as a payment system for the elderly who cannot leave their homes to go to the banks and collect their monthly paychecks for the social security system. Many of these, my guys are going to talk to you about and tap into your own expertise. I already mentioned when I met you on Saturday that I am particularly interested in outsourcing, in call center development, and those who have insights into that in the team, I would love to talk to them about it, because one of my campaign pledges when I ran for this office was to turn it into the Bangalore of Nigeria. And if I'm going to achieve that, then I am going to have to find a way to upskill the generally educated population in that specific area. And we have every reason to do well there. English is almost our first language in this country, so it shouldn't be difficult for us to do that. If India could do it, we just need to know how India did it to improve on it. I know Kenya is ahead of the curve in Africa now, and there are other factors that come to bear on this whole effort, which we're not unmindful of, particularly constant supply of electricity in the state. So I know you're going to have an exciting time in Ekiti. We want you to, and we will work with you in order for you to be able to help us achieve our own overarching objective of making poverty history in our state. You're welcome to Ekiti, and I really pray that some of you will decide to stay. You didn't get a chance to introduce it. I've met virtually everyone.
My name is Bob Ellis. I come from the United Marketing and Communications area of the group. And one of the things we talked about this morning is why Africa, why Nigeria, why the Kiti state. And it's going to be a wonderful experience to be able to be here and to be with the people for a month and get to know you and try to transfer some skills and build a relationship with you. So thank you for having us.
So shall we go give the dance? Yes.
If the wish comes true before you can take it. It's a small gift.
Very encouraging.
Thank you.